We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Fair and impartial treatment, that is justice. Having supreme authority, sovereign. Unity and oneness, unity and integrity. A promise made to oneself, resolve. Finite and non-finite verbs. Finite and non-finite verbs. Verbs are action words. They can be finite or non-finite. I play football. He plays football. They play football. Manish plays football. We notice that the verb play, as we change the first person, second or third person, it changes. I, first person, first person. He, third person. They, third person. Manish, third person. So for first person it is play. There is no S over here, no S. S is not there. But for third person it becomes S is added over here. Here it is third person, but it is plural. Here it is first person, but it is singular. So from third person singular to third person plural, again this S gets dropped over here. This S is dropped. So it changes. Sometimes we find S is not there. Sometimes we find S is there. Sometimes it is not there. Sometimes it is there. So it depends on whether it is singular or plural, or whether it is first person or third person or second person. So it goes on changing. When we use a verb, when the use of a verb is limited by the person or number of the noun, it gets limited. Either it becomes play or it becomes plays. Sometimes it becomes play. Sometimes it becomes plays. So it is limited by the person or number, by the person or the number. Number of the noun means plural or singular. Number of the noun means plural or singular. So such a verb, we call it as a finite verb. Now read the following sentences below. Now read the sentences below. I is first person, and this is third person. This is first person, third person. So play, play remains the same. There is neither s added nor s is removed. It is only play. So I play, he likes to play. So here there is no s added. So in such case it is non-finite verb. This is a non-finite verb, to play. It doesn't change with the person. This verb doesn't change with first person or third person. It doesn't change with plural pronoun or singular pronoun, singular noun or pronoun. So playing, they like playing football. Manish likes playing football. You can say Manish likes playing football. So playing will not change, it will remain the same. Or Manish likes to play football. I like to play football. I like to play football. Manish likes to play football. So this is not changing. It remains to play, to play. To play. Here also it remains to play. So in the sentences about the verb to play or playing does not change or take s or es. We do not add s or we do not add es after them. Even when we change the person or number, we are changing the person, we are changing the number, plural, singular, we are changing, but play and playing does not change. To plus verb means, suppose we take the verb play. So to plus play means to play, to play. Verb plus ing means play plus ing. So it becomes playing. If we add ing to play, it becomes playing. So these verbs are not limited by the subject. These verbs are not limited by the subject, this subject. It is not limited. The verb, this verb is not limited by the subject. I, a first person, or he, third person, whether it is plural or singular. So such verbs are called non-finite verbs. So this does not change. Play does not change. Playing also does not change. Three visions for India. Vision is a dream for India. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This is the person, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the father of India's integrated guided missile program. So he is called the father of India's integrated guided missile program because under his guidance this program was carried out. That's why he is known as the father of India's integrated guided missile program. So there are missiles to shoot the bomber planes of the enemy country. We have got missiles. So he was the scientist behind that dream project. So APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam states three visions for India based on the achievements and progress that he has witnessed in the history of the nation. Achievement is success, whether he has passed the test or he has failed. So if he has passed it, if he has made the missile, then he has achieved it. So that is his achievement. And progress is improvement. That he had witnessed, he has witnessed, he has seen, he has seen the progress. So witness the progress in the history of the nation, in the history of the nation, and during his own career. So his career, his job as a missile scientist. So he was a missile scientist. During his career, he has witnessed success, he has achieved success. So he was the missile scientist, father of missile program. He has three visions. What are those three visions? Freedom. This is the first vision. The second vision is development. And the third vision is standing up. These are the three visions. The focus of his presentation is on developing India to its fullest potential. Potential is the capacity to improve, to develop, to become more powerful. While standing up to the rest of the world. Standing up to the rest of the world means in competition with the other countries in the world, with fully validated self-respect. With fully validated self-respect means we should validate it. Validate is if you have proof of your progress, then you have a validation of it. When you say that you have passed, that means did you get those marks? Have you written the paper? Your paper should show those marks which are obtained by you. So that is the proof. So validated. So in his tenure as the missile man, he had success. He has successfully carried out the missiles, tested the missiles. So that is known as validation, validated. So with fully validated self-respect. So you should have self-respect also for the achievements that have been obtained in the modern times. So he has achieved, he has the success, the proof of the success that he has obtained, he has successfully got the progress in the modern times. If we are not free, no one will respect us. This is the truth of life. We should be free. We should not be slaves. We should not listen to others. Like orders, somebody ordering, "Arey, you have to do this for me," then that is an order. So, if we are not free, if we are controlled by some other person, then we do not have any respect. To get respect, we have to be free. We should be free. If we are free, then only we will get respect. I have three visions for India. Here I means Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He had three visions for India. In 3000 years of our history, people from all over the world have come and invaded us. So if we consider the history of 3000 years, last 3000 years. So during this 3000 years, what has happened? People from all over the world, they have come and invaded us. Invaded us means they have come and conquered our land, captured our land, and conquered our minds also. If our land is captured, then our mind is also conquered by them. Conquered means they were controlling us, they would order us to do certain things. So, who were the people who came? From Alexander onwards, the Greeks had come, the Portuguese came, the British, the French, the Dutch, all of them came and looted us and took over what was ours. So they took everything from us. Yet, but what is the difference? We have not done this to any other nation. They looted us, but have we looted any other nation? No. They invaded us. Has India invaded some other country? No. The foreigners captured our land. Have we captured their land? No. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, and their history. Not tried to force our way of life on them. We have not even tell them to obey us. Why? Because we respect the freedom of others. Why did we